Hey guys, and a very warm welcome back to What's for Tea, and I hope that I find you all very well indeed, and you're all having a great day so far. Well, this is it. This is the penultimate recipe of my festive food and drink ideas, and today I'm going to be showing you how I make my classic cream of tomato soup. You know, it's absolutely delicious, and I always offer a soup as a starter option on Christmas Day, and I haven't decided whether it's going to be this one or the one from last week, which is obviously the cockaliki. You know, this is such a classic recipe and goes down so well every time. I actually make this one quite a lot. And if you want to give this wee recipe a go, I've listed everything in the description box down below. But this is what I've used today if you want to give it a go for yourself. In the wee bowl at the front there, I've got 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of sugar, a pinch of thyme, a pinch of black pepper, a teaspoon of basil, that's just dried basil. I've also used 1.5 tablespoons of butter, 100 grams of chopped onions, 300 ml of warmed milk, 600 grams of vine tomatoes, 150 grams of tomato puree, 1.5 tablespoons of plain all-purpose flour, and a few basil leaves just to decorate. And I must just say before I move on how much I've really enjoyed the last couple of weeks bringing you guys a couple of my favourite recipes, what we really enjoy, you know, at this time of the year, and it's been so much fun. And thank you very much for all your lovely comments and for, you know, interacting and viewing and leaving your kind words. It really does mean so much. So that being said, let's move on and see what we do. The first thing you want to do, guys, is get the skin off your tomatoes. I'm using vine tomatoes, so the first thing I've done is removed the vines from my tomatoes. I really do enjoy using vine tomatoes. I mean, they've got tons and tons of flavour. So give them a good wash. And then you just want to score the underside of your tomatoes. Just give them a wee sort of X on the bottom with a knife. And when you pop them into some hot water, they're just going to open up and it's going to make your skins really easy to peel off. So pop some water into a pan and bring it up to a simmer. And you only want them in there for about half a minute, maybe even 20 to 30 seconds. They don't take long. You just want this, you know, the skins to become loose. And once they've had 20 to 30 seconds, just lift them out. I pop mine onto a board. And the skins are so easy to remove. Like you can see there, I mean, they're just falling off. You're going to be blending this soup later on, guys, so you don't want any bits of tomato skin floating about. You can just go ahead and discard any of the skins that you've got because you won't be using these. And once they're all peeled, you just want to sort of roughly chop your tomatoes up. Just like this. And they don't have to be neat and even because everything's just going to, you know, get blended in the end, so it really doesn't matter. I'm sorry if you hear any screaming in the background. That's the neighbour's kids. they're jumping about in a trampoline. Can you believe it? And it's absolutely freezing outside. You just want to throw your tomatoes into a pan with your onions and your sugar, your pepper, your salt and your basil and your tomato puree. And just give it a good stir round on a low heat. And you want to give this a gentle simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes so that everything breaks down and goes into a kind of pulp. It'll start to resemble a sort of rough pasta sauce, and that's what you're looking for. So while that's doing its thing, you can make your roux, which is R-O-U-X, pronounced roux, R-O-O. So pop your butter into the bottom of a pan and let it melt on a low heat. So that's about a tablespoon and a half of butter, a tablespoon and a half of plain all-purpose flour, and just stir both of those together until it's nice and smooth. So give it about 20 to 30 seconds. And once it's thoroughly combined, you can add in your milk. This is 300 mils of warm milk. And just keep stirring until it becomes lovely and thick. Now this will go with the sort of consistency of warm custard. And that's what it should be looking like. It should just be coating the back of your spoon. And once you're at this stage, you can just go and pop that to the side and go back to your tomatoes. By now, they should just be, at the right consistency that you're looking for. This has had 15 minutes. And like I say, it's starting to look like a rough sort of pasta sauce. Just give it another quick stir, and we're going to be blending this in a wee second. If you've got a stand blender, quite a powerful stand blender, you could use that. I'm just going to be using a wee hand blender because I prefer that just to get into the pan and there's no additional cleaning up, You can just wash the top of this and it's mega handy. Just want to give that a blend for a few minutes till it's nice and smooth. And once you're happy, you can go ahead and pop in your roux, which is your butter, your flour and your milk that you combined earlier. Just pop that in and give everything a good stir round again. And it's starting to look more like tomato soup now. This is lovely and fresh, guys. So tasty. And then once it's all thoroughly stirred in, you just want to give it another wee blend with your blender. And that's it, really. Fabulous. And all you have to do now is pop it into your bowl. Now this is fabulous with croutons. I didn't actually have any, so I've just popped a few basil leaves on top. Or some nice warm crusty bread as well. Delicious. So like I said, I haven't decided whether we're going to have this one or we're going to have the coccoliki. I think it's going to be the coccoliki because that was beautiful the other day. So thank you very much again, guys, for popping over and seeing what's going on and joining in with my wee festive food and drink ideas over the last couple of weeks. Like I said, it's been so much fun and I get so excited at this time of the year. I'm like a big kid, so I am. So, coming up tomorrow is going to be the Chicken Supreme vol au vent, which I'm looking forward to because that's going to be absolutely delicious. So yeah. Look at that sunset, isn't it fab? And I've also got meals of the week going up tomorrow night as well, as usual. So hopefully see you back for they too. So until next time, guys, make sure to take care of yourselves, and I'll see you then. So bye for now. Bye now.